Good evening, everyone. It being 7:30 on Wednesday, September 7th, 2022, we will begin our Town Council meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please have a moment of silence for all those who serve in our military at home and abroad and for their families. Thank you. Clerk Semino, could we have a roll call, please?
Councilor Barrica?
Here.
Councilor Flaherty?
Here.
Councilor Hume?
Here.
Councilor Mackin will not be attending this evening. Councilor Maglio?
Here.
Councilor O'Brien will not be attending this evening. Councilor Reynolds?
Here.
Is attending remotely this evening. Councilor Ringus is not attending this evening. Councilor Ryan?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clerk Semino. We do have a council member who is participating remotely this evening. That's Councilor Reynolds. He is on the phone. Therefore, all votes will be by roll call. So with that, we will move on to announcements, and I'll turn it over to Councilor Reynolds for 04622, the home base program.
Councilor Reynolds, are you ready to make your announcement?
Yes.
And go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President, for the opportunity to share with the residents of Braintree and the council about a very important organization, the Home Base. It's a Red Sox Foundation and Massachusetts General Hospital program that's dedicated to healing the invisible wounds of war, for veterans of all eras, service members, military families, and families of the fallen. And part of that program, they are offering 4 individual courses right now and programs for that grouping of folks. The first is the Resilient Youth. This is scheduled for September 13th. It's a 6-week virtual skill building course that's available to any military connected child and teaches kids practical skills that help them reduce feelings of stress and anxiety, strengthens connections with friends and family, and improves academic performance, and much more. So that's a first-come, first-served basis, and I would highly encourage anyone who has family or friends who are find children who are in such situations that they may benefit from this to please share this information. The second program is called the Warrior Cognitive Health. That program starts September 27th. That is an 8-week virtual group. It is for veterans who have a history of traumatic brain injury or concussions and have cognitive complaints and issues that they have to deal with on a daily basis. This is a tremendous support program for that cohort. Thirdly, we have the Home Base Book Club. This starts September 13th, and this also is a virtual group that'll be held weekly for 6 weeks and provides a supportive environment without being a support group. And then lastly, there's Community Reinforcement and Family Training, otherwise known as CRAFT, or Community Reinforcement and Family Training, as an evidence-based approach for family members who are concerned about their loved one's substance use. I ask folks they can direct to please be directed to flyers that are available at the entranceway to Cahill Auditorium. It is also information that is posted on the town's website under the town council. It is posted also in the town hall hallways, as well as we're looking to have it on the electronic billboard. Also, any questions can be directed to the town council clerk's office as well. Thank you, Madam President. I appreciate the time.
Thank you very much, Counselor Reynolds. Are there any other announcements from counselors? Counselor Ryan?
Thank you, Madam President. I want to make an announcement for mini golf for a cure, and that's save a date of Sunday, September 11th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it's kids helping kids living with type 1 diabetes. It's a fundraiser for pediatric, the pediatric program at the Joslin Diabetes Clinic, and it's going to be held at Starland Sportsplex and Fun Park at 637 Washington Street in Hanover. And there's a young lady, Emma Wood, who's doing her best to help run this fundraiser for kids with diabetes, living with type 1 diabetes. And we have a letter from the Joslin Diabetes Clinic stating that Emma is indeed has the blessings and the support, and they applaud her efforts for this fundraising. So again, it's Mini Golf for a Cure. Save the date, Sunday, September 11th, 2022, 10 to 3. If you have any questions, you can contact Frank Lane at 781-844-3506. And it's a great fundraiser. I've lived my whole life with my mother. She has diabetes, so I've seen how it can impact your life having diabetes. So it's a great fundraiser. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Counselor Ryan. Anyone else? I'd just like to say happy back to school for our BPS students. Today was the first day of school, so thank you to all the town school teachers, staff, bus drivers, administration. I hope everyone got off to a good start this morning with back to school in Braintree. And also I want to recognize our clerk of the council, Susan Semino, along with our town clerk, Jim Casey, and his entire staff, and all of the poll workers. Yesterday was the primary election day, and as voters in the town of Braintree, I think we are extremely lucky to never have to worry that our elections are run with integrity and ease, and it is a huge undertaking to ensure our right to vote is guaranteed. So on behalf of the council, thank you to Clerk Casey and his entire team for making it look easy and for running another successful election yesterday. Okay. That, we will move on to our approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of May 17th and May 31st, 2022?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Councilors Ryan and Hume. Could we have a roll call vote for the minutes approval of May 17th and May 31st? Clerk Semino, please.
Certainly. Counsel Barrica?
Yes.
Counsel Flaherty?
Aye.
Counsel Hume?
Aye.
Counselor Maglio?
Aye.
Counselor Reynolds?
Yes.
Counselor Ryan?
Aye.
That's 6 in favor.
Thank you very much, Clerk Semino. All right, next I'd like to, we'll move on to old business, and I'd like to recognize John Thompson, our Assistant DPW Director and Town Engineer, who is with us here this evening. Thank you for being in attendance, Mr. Thompson. We will take up now 22040 Comcast petition, 200 Grossman Drive, or take up any action relative thereto. And I will refer to Councilor Ryan, the Chairman of the Committee on the Department of Public Works.
Thank you, Madam President. Earlier this evening, the Braintree Town Council Committee on the Department of Public Works met, and we met with DPW staff and with the petitioner, Comcast, and we reviewed this petition, which is to provide service to 200 Grossman Drive, Comcast service. And we have a very well laid out plan by the Department of Public Works staff to approve this permit. So we voted unanimously to support it. And when I make the motion, I'll be going through the plan on the restoration of the roadway. So with that, I'd like to make a motion, Madam President, and that's to approve the Comcast petition 22040 for 200 Grossman Drive to excavate to place approximately 562 feet of 3-inch PVC conduit and 3 24-inch by 36-inch vaults to provide Comcast service to 200 Grossman Drive as detailed on the submitted plan and with staff recommendations, and those recommendations are as follows. Beld has a 13,800 volt underground system on Grossman Drive that is concrete encased duct bank to be identified through the dig safe process. So we reviewed that with Comcast. And the DPW has reviewed the subject petition and the accompanying plan for the installation of conduit and vaults on Grossman Drive. The work is being proposed to provide Comcast services to number 200 Grossman Drive. Grossman Drive is not subject to any moratorium restrictions, having been resurfaced by mill and overlay in 2014. As such, the DPW recommends the following conditions to the petition approval it is to be granted. Temporary patches for the roadway crossings shall be placed immediately after the work. Street excavation should be saw cut, backfilled, and compacted, and 8-inch lifts paved to match existing asphalt depth with a minimum depth of 4 inches, and 2-inch lifts to match the existing street grade. After maintaining the temporary patches through one winter, Comcast shall return the following spring to perform pavement roadway patches as follows. Permanent patches should be milled curb to curb. I repeat, curb to curb, as to provide at least 5 feet of overlap on both sides from the temporary patch, but for a length no less than 15 feet, and machine laid with 2 inches of asphalt top course. Tack coat should be applied to milled surfaces and joints prior to paving. Finished joints should be treated with infrared or with rubberized asphalt sealer at the highway superintendent's discretion. Any pavement markings that are disturbed should be replaced immediately following patching. Comcast or its contractor should coordinate the permanent roadway patching with the engineering division prior to starting, as there is previously planned roadway pavement on Grossman Drive, which could potentially eliminate the need for permanent patching. Any concrete sidewalks and/or wheelchair ramps that are excavated must be completely replaced in kind immediately following the conduit vault installation. The DPW also recommends the following requirements be added to the permit if it is to be granted. Neither Comcast nor any of its contractors is authorized to close any street or to close a direction of travel to facilitate their work without authorization from the Director of Public Works or the Highway Superintendent. The Chief of Police can also authorize a closure for a police or fire emergency. Construction zone traffic safety issues are to be addressed by using appropriate traffic control signs and devices and the use of police officers for traffic control to safely guide traffic through the work zone. If a closure is authorized by the DPW, it shall not be implemented till the signs and police officers, where needed, are properly in place in conformity with the written plan prepared by the contractor's engineer and with the approval by the Department of Public Works and the Police Department. So that's the motion. So moved.
Thank you, Councilors Ryan and Hume. Clerk Semino, roll call vote, please. Oh, I'm sorry, Councilor Ryan.
I'm sorry, Madam Chairman. I just want to say that this is we have another petition before us tonight where the Department of Public Works has done a very good job working with the contractor, going up and looking at the roadway and having a plan in place to make sure that the road's going to be properly put back into shape. So we're protecting our assets, we're protecting the roadways, and I just want to say well done by the Department of Public Works.
Thank you, Councilor Ryan. And we do have a motion and a second. Clerk Semino, roll call vote, please.
Yes. Counselor Berica?
Yes.
Counselor Flaherty?
Yes.
Counselor Hume?
Aye.
Counselor Maglio?
Aye.
Counselor Reynolds?
Aye.
Thank you. Counselor Ryan?
Aye.
That's 6 in favor, 0 opposed, 3 absent.
Thank you very much, Clerk Semino. Thank you. You're welcome to stay, and you're also welcome to get on with your evening, but thank you for joining us tonight. All right, we're going to move on to the report from committees, and I will turn it over to Councilor Hume, who's the chairwoman of the Committee on Public Safety, for an update, and it is 04722.
Thank you, Madam President. On June 29th, the committee met, and I asked for a tour of the fire headquarters, and Chief O'Brien made those arrangements, so we were able to tour the facility. The reason I wanted to do that is We have approved money for renovations to the fire headquarters, but I don't think the public is well aware of the extent and the condition of fire headquarters. The Patriot Ledger was there. Thank you, Fred Hansen, for appearing, and Tom Gorman for the photos that he took. There was a great article in the Ledger, so if you did not see it, take a look at that. They put out a lot of pictures. The fire headquarters, to say it's in deplorable condition is being nice. The $12 million that has approved, I'm hoping this is going to take care of everything. I was always advocating for a new building, but that didn't happen, so I'm going to accept that. Their dispatch area was renovated about 5 or 6 years ago. In renovating it, there was some improvement in the area. Again, it's not the greatest, but they did have improvements. That building was originally built for police and fire headquarters way back in the day. The basement was the firing range for police, so there was lead in the walls because of extensive water damage. There's mold in that building. There's asbestos carpeting. When they've had flooding in the restrooms, contractors won't even come in and touch that flooring because of the asbestos. And we have our men and women, our first responders, living in that building 24 hours a day, and with asbestos and mold and who knows what else is in there. So the need for this building to see improvements, ever since I got on the council, I've been pushing for this. So that's why I really wanted to do this tour, and so people could see it. They have broken doors, broken windows, things that can't be fixed because the building is so old and they don't make the doors anymore. One of the restrooms does not have an operating door on it. The stall doors cannot be replaced just because of the old equipment. So these renovations are well overdue. I don't think we can spend enough on our first responders. Safety is the utmost importance for our men and women who are our first responders, for police and fire. So again, I can't emphasize enough that this 12 million, it's roughly 12 million. I think it was like 13 million, yeah. But I am happy and grateful that the mayor put this funding before us, and it has been approved. If you ever do get the opportunity, go take a look at it, because our tax dollars go to the improvements in our infrastructure, and every dollar that we spend is well spent. And the fire headquarters is in dire need of this money. Money well spent, long overdue. I appreciate all those who were involved in approving that. I thank all of our first responders for all the work they do, and we can do better on your living quarters and where you work and live and eat every single day, and we're going to. So we also had an update. Madam President referred the pedestrian safety in South Braintree Square. I'm going to hold off on that update because we are still waiting for information. John Thompson is working on some other information that we requested, so we'll do that update at a future date. But thank you to John Thompson, who's here tonight, but also who was in attendance at that meeting and provided a lot of information to us. So that will be forthcoming. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Chairwoman Human. It would be fantastic if the Public Safety Committee can get back over after the renovations are complete at the fire headquarters and provide us with another update. So, excellent. All right, with that, I would ask, we are going to move to new business this evening. We do have 2 items that are merely placeholders as we prepare for our the general election in November. 22043 Town Clerk, call the state general election, and 22044 Town Clerk early voting. We will not be taking up this evening, but merely preparing that for the September 20th meeting. So now we're going to move on to our referrals, and I would ask, is there a motion to move all orders under new business to their respective committees?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Councilors Ryan and Hume. Clerk Semino, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Roll call to refer all orders to their respective committees. Councilor Barrica.
Yes.
Councilor Flaherty.
Yes.
Councilor Hume.
Aye.
Councilor Maglio.
Aye.
Councilor Reynolds.
Aye.
Councilor Ryan.
Aye.
6 in favor, 0 opposed, 3 absent.
Thank you very much, Clerk Semino. With that, that is the last item of business on our agenda this evening. Our next meeting will be on Tuesday, September 20th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. As always, thank you so much to our team from BCAM, Wes Ray, Bill Needham, and Jerry Comack for televising our meetings and making them available to the residents in Braintree. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Councilors Ryan and Hume. Clerk Semino, roll call vote, please.
Roll call to adjourn. Counselor Barrica.
Yes.
Counselor Flaherty.
Aye.
Counselor Hume.
Aye.
Counselor Meglio. Aye. Counselor Reynolds.
Aye.
Counselor Ryan.
Aye.
All in favor to adjourn.
Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned.